What up YouTube, Asian Persuasion here, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. I have a video of myself who got second place playing one of my favorite decks, good old Kozmo. You guys already know I had to bust this out before the end of the year to give you guys some good old Rogue King tips. You already know. This deck is really fun. It's a lot more affordable now with the Dogmatika cards reprinted in the Mega Tin and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys my build and kind of show you guys what I've been playing recently. Alright, first things first. We got the Kozmo Dart Destroyer. This is the best card in your guys' deck. You guys already know it's untargetable by your opponent. And when his normal special summon pop up monster on the field, either yours or theirs. And then it's a floater as well, so it also banishes special summon level 7 or lower Kozmo from your deck when it dies by battle or card effect. So this guy's just the best card in your guys' deck. You guys already know about the Kozmo Dart Destroyer. Next up, we have the one Kozmo Dark Eclipser. This guy is also untargetable, but he negates and destroys traps by banishing from Kozmo monsters from your graveyard. So pretty much this guy is not once per turn as well. So yeah, this guy's amazing. But instead of floating to the field, it banishes the search from your deck to your hand. So you can search like Kozmo Dark Destroyer with Eclipser because he's level 8 and this search is level 8 or lower. Amazing card. Next up, the one Forerunner. This guy's untargetable as well, and he also helps you gain life points in your standby phase, so he's amazing. And he also has the floating effect by banishing the special at level 6 or lower from your deck. So, very important card. Next up, we have the 2 Slip Rider. I noticed that I wanted to not play like back removal cards like Harpy's Feather Duster and stuff. I wanted to play monsters. So, luckily for us, the Kozmo monsters in our deck deal with a lot of back rows, pretty nice. So we have the 2 Kozmo Slip Rider and the 1 Dark Eclipser to help with trap dot decks or spell and Sky Striker dot decks. Yeah, this card helps a lot. And plus this card is amazing with one of the cards in our deck, which I'll show you in a second. So yeah, 2 Kozmo Slip Rider. You guys already know, pops the back row when he's normal special summon. The 1 Kozmo Dark Lady, this card's amazing. This card, I really want to play 2, but it's so hard to fit extra ones of this because Kozmo monsters take up so much of your main deck that, yeah, it's hard to fit more. But 1 was fine for the tournament. But pretty much the one I replaced it with was the Sword Troopers because this is basically another Dark Lady when it goes to the grave. So yeah, there's all kinds of ways to pick it up with Tin Can thrown to the grave. You can get this to summon back the Dark Lady or any other Psychics. Amazing. The 1 Farm Girl, you guys already know. E-Telly's at 2, so still in battle phase. E-Telly for Farm Girl feels still amazing. You can OTK out of nowhere with this deck, which is amazing. So basically when this does battle damage, you search any Kozmo card from your deck. So you search Dart Destroyer or whatever you need to OTK, and there you go. And then they're dead. We got the Strawman, the 1 Kozmo Strawman. You already know, pay 500 special summon to banish Kozmo. It negates its effect, but it does pop itself with Strawman's effect. In the end phase, you can get Dark Destroyer. In the end phase, it won't have its effect, but it's still a 3000 body that was floating to level 7 or lower any Kozmo in your deck. So yeah, the card's amazing. And next up we have the best one is your Kozmo Wind Can. You guys already know it's Tin Can, but this card helps you set up your grave, set up your hand, set up everything. Yeah, this is the best pilot in Kozmo right now still to this day. Yeah, you gotta play 3 in this deck. Yeah, this card's just way too good. Yeah, way too good. Alright, so as you guys probably know, we are playing Kozmo Dogmatika engine because the Dogmatika cards just help this deck out a lot because we really don't go into extra deck with Kozmo, but you do have a bunch of big ass monsters and stuff, so you don't really need your extra deck in this deck, which is amazing because, of course, Ecclesia is amazing. This card helps search your Dogmatika cards. It can't die by the effect where it's continuous, where it can't die by like extra deck monsters is like actually relevant sometimes. Like this card's amazing. Yeah, best card. Helps you extend into plays. It's amazing. Next up, we got the 1 Fluer. You only need 1. I never needed more. Our Kozmo monsters are big enough to deal with other stuff, so you just need the 1 just for interruption. And of course, the 1 Maximus because we are playing literally no way to utilize our extra deck like real meta decks. So us sending our cards to the graveyard is going to give us more value than trying to summon them out the real way. So yeah, that rounds up the Dogmatika cards. And as you guys know, to compete with meta, you have to sometimes just join the meta. So of course we're playing the Destiny Hero package. We are playing the Destiny Hero Dasher and the Destiny Hero Celestial. If you guys didn't know, Kozmo monsters are amazing when they're getting destroyed. So when you have Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer popping them on your opponent's turn and then interrupting them and stuff, it's actually crazy. Destiny, Phoenix Enforcer, and Kozmo, I didn't think it'd be like amazing, but after I played it last week, it was freaking broken. On top of that, these 2 cards help you dig into your deck further. You get the banish to draw 2 later in the game. Like, that is simply just nuts. And also, like, Dasher's draw effect when you draw a monster in this deck is actually amazing. When you draw like something huge, like a big ship, like Dark Destroyer, Dark Eclipser, you can just reveal it to special summon it with Dasher, and next thing you know, your field's huge. So yeah, there you guys go. Destiny Hero Package and Kozmo. That's what's spicy in this deck. And then also this card. I have 0 ways to search this card besides Artifact Dagda and hard drawing it. But when I have it, I have very many ways to pop it with the Kozmo Slip Riders. And then, of course, the Destiny Hero package you just saw. So, Phoenix Enforcer and that. And since I'm a back row type deck, people tend to pop my back row. So, it's actually kind of funny when they pop my Scythe because I drew it. Pretty funny. But yeah, I played a 1 Scythe just for that reason. It just has good synergy with Kozmo. With Slip Ridering it myself or Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcering it myself. Yeah, good card is good. Next up, we have the reason why Kozmo has a little bit more pushing power nowadays, because we have 2 emergency teleport. To be honest, I still feel like this deck wouldn't even show up with 3. But just because it's one of my favorite decks, I'm still just going to keep trying to play this deck because it's one of my favorite decks. One of my favorite rogue decks of all time is Kozmo. Hopefully they get more support in the future. Come on, Konami, please. Yeah, so give me a 30 telly. I promise it won't do anything crazy. I just want the 30 telly. Yeah, shout out to James. I stole these. These are mine now. Thanks. Next up, we have 3 Kozmo Town. So another cool interaction is if you guys didn't know what this card does when it's destroyed, you get to search any Kozmo card in your deck. So this would destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and this is sick, bro. It's just like you use its effect, grab a Kozmo banish from your banish zone, take 100 per level, then you can bowl again, and then you can pop it with either your Scythe, or not your Scythe, your DPE or your Slip Rider, search another Kozmo Town, and because since Kozmo Town is not a hard once per turn, it's once per turn per copy, you search another Kozmo Town, get another banish, and then pop this, search another Kozmo card. It's freaking sick. So yeah, Kozmos have so many cards that work good with DPE, and this is just one of them. And speaking of DPE, you cannot overlook the fact that Nadir Servant can also pop my Kozmo cards to search all kinds of other stuff like Dogmatika cards. So yeah, this card being reprinted will help you guys play this deck more often, because I know before it was really hard to get Nadir Servant. It's not so bad now that it's reprinted, but this card is sick in this deck. Getting your Dogmatika cards, consistency, getting your extra deck monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard, utilizing those the whole game is amazing. So yeah. And next up, of course, the Fusion Destiny package. You have to play the 3 Fusion Destiny, because this card helped you summon your Phoenix Enforcer. So yeah, just having like this in Tin Can is just like super broken. Like, oh man, I've won a lot of games just having Tin Can and Fusion Destiny. Like, this card's amazing, guys. I don't know why they printed that card. Next up, sorry for budget players, but I do play 3 Pot of Prosperity as well. This just helps you dig for whatever combo piece you're missing, or help you just try to play your opening turn by getting a Tin Can, or a Nadir Servant, or a Fusion Destiny. Those are just all starter cards, and this card helps me mitigate me bricking, and me helping me get one of those cards in my opening hand. Alright, next up, we got trap cards. We got 2 Torrential Tribute. This card performed exceptional. This card with Kozmo Monster is amazing, guys. Like, even this, like, destroying my DPE, like, it's pretty funny. So yeah, Kozmos and DPE all floating with Torrential, and then my opponent has to deal with coming back without, you know, me just floating to the board with Kozmo Monsters and the DPE coming back. This card's amazing. Next up, we have the 1 Cosmojo. Just in case I can't OTK with Farm Grow, this is just a really good card to search to make sure they don't get to play the next following turn. Non-targeting, banishing from the field or graveyard. Really good card. Next up, of course, we have 3 Back to the Front, and we play this one so we don't lose to a quick play Cosmic or Twin Twisters, which everyone's starting to kind of lean towards nowadays. So I can't play Call the Haunted at the moment just because I'm a little scared of them chaining to it and me not getting a monster back. So yeah, this card was phenomenal. So they outed my DPE, destroyed it, and then after resolution I tried to activate its effect to come back, and he chained Call by the Grave to it, and I chained Back to the Front to it. This card was insane, yo. I summoned back the DPE, so then I could pop another card. This card's broken. Yeah, so summoning Kozmo monsters and summoning DPE back, broken. Next up is one of your other starter cards is Dogmatika Punishment. Of course, it locks you out of your extra deck, but guess what? After you Fusion Destiny, pretty much you don't even go into the extra deck for the most part with Kozmo. Yeah. So yeah, just opening Fusion Destiny, summoning out your Fusion Enforcer is pretty much the only thing that really comes out of your extra deck that this could hinder, but it doesn't hinder you enough to where you can't utilize this pop with Entis or all the other utilizations you could Dogmatika Punishment. Basically, this is another one of your starter cards. You need to play this card to get your Ecclesia engine going. Yeah. So that rounds out the deck. It is kind of thick. It's a 45 card deck, if you're wondering. So if you're wondering why it looks kind of thick, that is why. It's 45 cards. But I really liked it. It was very consistent for me. So next up, we're going to do extra deck. You guys already know. Super Saiyan Goku. We have the 3 Elder Entity Entis. This is like the best one in your extra deck. Gives you that extra +1 off of punishment. I still play the 1 Fossil Warrior. I just play this because I've noticed that a lot of times, Call by the Grave on Entis, when you need to pop something, is kind of broken sometimes. So I just like having an extra name that does something that could pop a monster that I can't deal with, instead of Entis all the time, because everyone always stops Entis whenever it starts popping off a Call by, I've noticed. Next up, we have the 2 Titaniclad. I did cut this down. You don't need the 3rd anymore. Which is good though, because I just like, that's all I ever needed was the 2. And next up, the best fusion, of course, we have the Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer. This card in Kozmo is actually way better than I thought it'd be. So yeah, if you Kozmo players, play this card. There's some sick things you can do with, like, when you have a Tin Can, a Dark Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcer on the board, you can like tag out the Tin Can, interrupt them with the Dark Destroyer, pop a monster, and then when they try to extend their plays for the follow-up, you can go Destiny Phoenix Enforcer, pop the Kozmo Dark Eclipse with the next extender play, and then you banish the Kozmo Dark Destroy because it was destroyed to banish the special summon Dark Lady, and then you have another interruption, which is negate any monster effect. Or if they're playing back row, you can pop their monster, and then instead of Kozmo Dark Destroyer summoning Dark Lady, you can banish it to special summon a Slip Rider to pop a back row. Like, this card turns into extra interruptions on your opponent's turn, which is insane, and it's a floater, so it keeps coming back. So I recommend any Kozmo player to try this card. You will enjoy it a lot. We got the 1 star eventing for, of course, Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer players and Dragoons. I do side Super Poly, so that's why that's in there. So game 1, this is your first Super Poly. This is your first banish off of Prosperity, I promise. Next up, we got the 2 Adagnister. Really good for protection and keeping you alive in grind games. Banish to spin any card on the board to the deck after something's destroyed by battle card effect. The 1 Omega for recursion. This card's really good. Yeah, amazing card, is good. We got the 1 Omrage. You'll see, I'll actually show you guys a combo with Omrage, which is why I play this card. That helps you get into the DPE engine if you kind of just have a weird hand, which I'll show you. We got the 1 Verte, of course. Probably gonna get banned someday, but until then, we're playing it. We got the 1 Dagda, the 1 Way to Search Scythe. Yeah, this card could come up. It's just in there just in case, but for the most time, it's a Prosperity target. And then this is the only big monster in the game that has 5,000 attack points that could possibly come out of my extra deck. So yeah, we're playing this for punishment because I can actually almost summon this card, but also it's like people that don't respect me playing a big enough monster for punishment. Surprise, I got a 5,000 attack point mother sucker in there. You never know. Next up, we got the side deck, and then I'll show you guys the combo. We got the 1 Good Witch. This card actually baits negates, and it's so broken that it baits negates because you normal summon, book. So if they don't, like, I targeted my opponent's DPE last week, pay 500 target. They're like, oh shit, I guess I have to chain it. I was like, you gotta chain it or not chain it. So they chained it, but then you just chain Good Witch to summon the big dude from your hand and start playing. So yeah, no, this card's amazing. It base negates, not just DP, but like anything that negates. So like you can book like a Nat Beast or something. Pro plays. Yeah, one Good Witch. I just like it in the side though, just because it helps break boards. You don't need a game 1. And of course, we got the 1 Pinkertops for when they make you go second, because they're never letting you go first after you stun them like that. So yeah, Pinkertops is nice. Next up, we got the 3 Nibiru. This card's amazing. This card still has really good synergy with Kozmo because you can chain link Chainlink 1, the Kozmo Pilot. Chainlink 2, Nibiru. Nibiru resolves, tribute everything, but since your pilot was Chainlink 1, you banish yourself this cost, so then you still get to summon your ship or your Kozmo monster on the second when the chain resolving. Next up, we got the back row hate. We got the 2 Twin Twisters and Harpy's Feather Duster. I found that playing Lightning Storm was really bad because there's a lot of times where you have like a face-up card like Kozmo Town, and yeah, you just had to play something that's like not Lightning Storm, because then you can have this as a quick play on your opponent's turn. So yeah, Twin Twister was the play for sure. Yeah, I just play Twin because I don't like to play Kozmo, because I actually sometimes need to blow up my own Kozmo Town to play. So that's why we play it like that. We got the 2 Super Polymerization, of course, you guys already know. This just helps deal with Dragoons and like DPE, because a lot of my monsters are dark, so like it's really easy to go starting eventing on them. And next up, we got the rest of the side. We got the 1 Imperial Order. Probably need to get banned. We play this because I found this card to be amazing against Fluunderies. Yeah, this card's and it's just good in like a bunch of rogue matchups, because Kozmo monsters are just huge and they just never die. So like this card plus that, good cards. And of course the last 3 cards that are gonna run out my deck are 3 Infinity Impermanents. Just really good going second card. Nibiru and Impermanents can almost break any board, so we play it like that. Yeah, you already know. So yeah, before I go end the video, I guess I'll show you guys a really cool thing I found during the tournament when I was playing this deck, and I was like, wow, I drew this, and Tin Can. So now you'll see why I was like, man, I need to play these cards. So basically when you have these 3 cards, I know it's a big combo, but like I played triples or everything except for E-Telly, so like seeing these cards is very easy. I just went normal summon Tin Can, and then you link material it off, so we use this as my field center. That's my dad. Link summon, and we're gonna link summon into Almirage, and then now we can go Emergency Teleport from our deck, and this is where that really sick play is. I'll show you guys. It's so cool. Where you go Emergency Teleport out your Sword Troopers, and then you pay 1,000 life points to summon out your Kozmo Tin Can from your graveyard, because it special summons Psychic and it doesn't negate its effect. And since we control Almirage, we can reveal this to special summon from our hand, and then we can special summon our Ecclesia, but do not use its effect to search, because it locks you out of your extra deck the whole turn. So you're just using it as an extender, and then you link summon these 2 and the Predaplant Verte Anaconda, and then you pay another 2,000 life points to send Fusion Destiny from your deck, to send the Fusion Destiny package, boom boom, boom boom, and then that will summon your good old Phoenix Enforcer. So as you guys can see, this board, like those 3 cards gave us this whole board, and then in the end phase you get this Tin Can, which can give you a Kozmo monster. You can get this Slip Rider, or you can get this big old Eclipser, and then you just randomly get one of these 3. I'll just assume we get the worst one just because, you know, combo tutorial purpose. So like you have so much interruption right here. Yeah, it's amazing. But in the case you do get the best one, like Kozmo Dark Destroyer, I'll show you what happens. So like now look, your opponent has to deal with a Tin Can banish to special pop. So banish for cost, this effect pop their monster, and on top of that, when they try to extend, that you can go DPE, pop Dark Destroyer, pop their other card, and this will destroy Dark Destroyer. Then you banish it from your graveyard to special summon a Kozmo Dark Lady. So now look, now they have to deal with you summoning out the Dark Destroyer pop monster, DPE, this negating and destroying a monster effect, and not to mention we still even have an Almirage if they try to pop something with a card effect. So like there's just so many like that 1 3-card combo I found through the tournament. I was like, this is sick. Kozmo with this card is so amazing. So yeah, give it a try. Let me know what you guys think for me getting second place with Kozmo in 2021. I know it's been a while since I played Kozmo. I'm sorry for not playing it all the time, but sometimes you just gotta put it down and wait for broken cards like this that somehow just synergize with Kozmo. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Kozmo Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer deck with Dogmatika cards. You guys already know. Leave a thumbs up, and we're signing out with that. Peace.